woman steps out of the shower, and the moment she looks up, she spots a camera hidden inside the shower head. Convinced someone's been secretly filming her, Anna quickly calls in Mike, her boyfriend's cousin. Mike looks it over carefully, then suddenly bolts out of the room and rushes to check the other bathroom. Sure enough, there's a camera planted in that shower head too. Fuck! Who would have guessed their very first vacation would turn out like this? Clearly, the landlord is behind it. But here's the problem. They don't dare call the police, because the two of them just did something they shouldn't have. If the cops get involved, they'll demand the landlord hand over the footage, and then Mike's wife and his cousin will find out their secret. So they have no choice but to swallow their anger and act like nothing's wrong. Right then, Mike's wife and his cousin come back. The two quickly bury their rage and force out a smile, terrified of giving themselves away. It's day 3 of their trip, and they leave in one more day. To make the last day count, Mike's wife Mary suggests they treat themselves to a big KFC meal. But Anna's still seething inside. She couldn't care less about KFC right now. All she wants is to get out of here, so she mumbles some excuse to brush it off. What neither of them expects is that the landlord shows up at their door that night. Turns out the jets in the tub stopped working while Mary was bathing, so she'd called him over. Once the landlord fixes the tub and is about to leave, Anna stops him, claims the toilet's broken, and quietly leads him into the room. Looking at that shameless face of his, Anna's blood boils. She gets straight to the point and demands to know if he planted the cameras, warning him she'll call the police if he doesn't hand over the footage. To her surprise, the landlord doesn't budge an inch. He flat out insists he had no idea any cameras were there. Seeing him deny everything, Anna pulls out her phone and shines the light right on it. But even with the proof staring him in the face, the landlord keeps swearing it's got nothing to do with him. He even says if she wants to call the cops, he'd be glad to help, and pulls out his own phone. That sends Anna into a panic. Terrified her secret with Mike will come out, she lunges to stop him. As the two of them struggle, her boyfriend John happens to walk by outside. Thinking the landlord is hurting his girlfriend, he charges in without a word and tackles the man, raining punch after punch down on his head. It takes Mike pulling him off to finally make him stop. With things this far gone, Anna has no choice but to admit the cameras. But she pins all the blame on the landlord and breathes not a word about her and Mike. Now the landlord's been beaten badly and they need to call an ambulance to get him to a hospital. As much as they dread their secret getting out, there's nothing else to be done. But then, something no one saw coming. After those few punches, the landlord stops breathing. The sudden turn leaves all 4 of them stunned. They'd only come here for a vacation, and now there's a dead body, and the man died from just a few hits. But if the police ever find out, not one of the 4 walks away clean. That's when Mike makes his pitch. They have to get rid of the body without a trace. And to keep the cops from getting suspicious, they need to stage the scene to look like an accidental death. And there's a hidden reason behind what Mike's saying. With the landlord dead, no one will ever know about the footage. The other 3 nod along, all except Mary. Deep down, she just can't accept becoming an accomplice. After a huge fight with Mike, she storms back to the room. The other 3 slip out under cover of night to deal with the body. They cut through a small grove of trees, reach the edge of a cliff, and shove the landlord right over without a second thought. But of course, that's exactly when things go wrong again. The body doesn't make it to the bottom. Instead, it gets caught on a big rock partway down. Fuck! With no other option, the 2 men heave up a boulder, planning to knock the body loose. The result's obvious. It doesn't work at all. In the end, John has to climb down the cliff face himself. Once he reaches the rock, he gives one hard shove and sends the body falling. Meanwhile, back at the house, Mary notices something strange. She hears running water, like someone's taking a shower, but all 3 of them are outside. She's the only one home. Driven by curiosity, Mary follows the sound up to the 2nd floor. The noise is coming from right here, and the moment she looks closer, she freezes. There on the TV screen is footage of Anna in the shower, and the next second, her own husband Mike appears in the video too. Turns out he's been hiding it from her all along. He and Anna have been sleeping together. Outside, Mike has no idea. They've just finished disposing of the body and are about to head back, when an eerie figure quietly appears behind them. Mike sees his wife Mary getting in the car to leave and hurries after her to get answers. He assumes she's leaving because she won't be an accomplice, never knowing she's already uncovered his secret. Mary drives the car into the woods, but she doesn't get far before it suddenly spins out of control and slams straight into a tree. Furious, Mary pounds the steering wheel, unable to believe her rotten luck. After venting, Mary gets out, planning to walk back to the house. That's when she notices something. A row of nails laid out across the stretch of road she just drove, like someone scattered them there on purpose. The more she thinks about it, the more wrong it feels. Forgetting her anger, she decides to get back in the car and tell Mike. But just as Mary pulls out her phone to text him, the mysterious figure lunges out of nowhere. Soon after, Mike sees the text and races into the woods to find Mary. He spots his car parked on the roadside, the window already smashed. Thinking she did it on purpose to spite him, he gives her a call. A second later, Mary's phone rings somewhere in the trees. Sure enough, she's nearby. Mike rushes in, but when he gets close, he finds Mary already dead in the woods. Just as panic sets in, the masked figure appears out of nowhere and knocks him out cold with a single blow. Meanwhile, John's phone suddenly receives a video, the hidden camera footage, sent from Mike's phone by the mysterious figure. Seeing he's been cheated on, John flies into a rage and storms out to settle the score with Mike, only to be dropped by a hammer blow from the figure lying in wait. Anna hears the commotion and runs out to look, never expecting to find John's body. The instant she spots that masked figure, she takes off running. But by now, a heavy fog has rolled in, and in her desperate escape, she loses her footing and tumbles off the cliff. With all four of them dead, the mysterious figure slowly removes his mask. He moves on to another place, rents a new house, installs a camera in the showerhead, cuts a spare key, and quietly waits for his next tenant to arrive. He has no grudge against any of them. He simply wants them dead,